We are four. That is the first thing you need to know. We are four. We work the night shift at the Veritas data center. We monitor the servers, we log the errors, we fix the bugs. We have done this together for 2 years. We finish each other's sentences. We know each other's coffee orders. We know who snores during the 3 a.m. lull. We are a unit, a single thing made of 4 people. We always say, we, never I. That is how we talk. That is how we think. The data center is underground, 50 feet below the city. The walls are concrete. The air is cold and dry. The servers hum. The hum is loud. You feel it in your chest. You feel it in your teeth. To leave, you need a key card and a retinal scan. The door only opens for one person at a time. That is the rule. The company does not want tailgating. They do not want anyone sneaking in behind someone else. We have worked here for 2 years. We have never had a problem. Tonight started like any other night. We arrived at 10 p.m. Sarah was first, then Mike, then Leo, then me. We swiped our cards. We scanned our eyes. The door clicked open for each of us, one by one. We sat at our desks, 4 desks in a row, 4 monitors, 4 keyboards. The clicking of the keys was synchronized. Tap, 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 tap. 4 fingers hitting 4 space bars at the same time. We talked while we worked. Server 3 is running hot, Sarah said. We will check it at midnight, Mike said. We should log that, Leo said. I will log it, I said. I did not realize what I said until after I said it. I will log it. Not we. I. The others did not react. They kept typing. The keys kept clicking. Tap, 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 tap. But I felt it. A small crack, a small separation, like a thread pulling loose from a sweater. It is nothing, I told myself. A slip of the tongue. 2 years of saying we, and sometimes a person says I. It is normal. It is human. I went back to typing. At 11 p.m., Sarah stood up. She said she needed coffee. She walked to the break room. The break room is down the hall, 50 feet, through a glass door. We could see her from our desks. She walked to the machine. She poured a cup. She turned around. She was not alone. A man stood behind her. He wore the same uniform as us. Gray shirt, black pants. He had no face, just smooth skin where his eyes and mouth should be. Sarah did not react. She walked past him. She came back to the desk. She sat down. She took a sip of her coffee. Did you see that? I asked. See what? Sarah said. The man, behind you. Sarah looked at me. Her eyes were tired. There was no man. Mike and Leo looked up from their screens. They looked at me. They looked at the break room. The room was empty. Long night, Mike said. You are seeing things. We are all tired, Leo said. We should take a break. But I kept looking at the break room. The man was gone, but the air where he stood looked different. Thicker. Darker. A glitch, I told myself. My eyes are tired. The monitors are bright. The hum is loud. My brain is playing tricks. We went back to work. At midnight, we checked server 3. The temperature was fine. Sarah logged the reading. She typed, "We checked the server. The temperature is normal." I watched her type. The keys clicked. Tap, tap, tap. Then the screen flickered. The words changed. We checked the server. The temperature is normal. We are all here. We are all working. We are all happy. Sarah did not notice. She closed the log. She opened the next one. I looked at Mike. He was typing. I looked at Leo. He was staring at his screen. I looked at the break room again. The man was back. He was standing closer to the door now. His smooth face was pointed at us. I counted. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of us at the desks, plus the man in the break room. 5. We have a 5th person, I said. No one looked up. Did you hear me? There are 5 of us now. Mike kept typing. Leo kept typing. Sarah kept typing. Tap, 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 tap. We are 4, Mike said. We have always been 4. I stood up. I walked to the break room door. The man did not move. He stood in the middle of the room. The light from the ceiling went through him. He did not cast a shadow. I reached out. I touched his shoulder. My hand went through him. Cold. Damp. Like reaching into a freezer. He turned his head. The smooth skin where his face should be pointed at me. We are 4, he said. His voice was not a voice. It was the hum of the servers. It was the click of the keyboards. It was all of us speaking at once. I ran back to my desk. We need to leave, I said. Why? Leo asked. Because there is something here, something that is not us. Sarah looked at me. Her eyes were not tired anymore. They were empty, smooth, like the man's face. We are 4, she said. We have always been 4. I looked at Mike. He was smiling. A small smile, a tight smile. His teeth were gray. We are 4, he said. I looked at Leo. He was not moving. His hands were on the keyboard. His fingers were not typing, but the keys were still clicking. Tap, 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 tap. I looked at the screen. The log was open. Words were appearing. No one was typing them. We are 4. We are 4. We are 4. We are 4. I ran to the exit. The door was locked. I swiped my card. The red light blinked. Access denied. I pressed my eye to the retinal scanner. The red light blinked again. Access denied. I looked at the small screen on the wall. It showed the shift log. Shift, night. Personnel, 4. Heartbeats detected, 5. 5 heartbeats. The door will not open until the number of heartbeats matches the shift log. That is the rule. No tailgating, no one in, no one out. I looked back at the desks. Sarah, Mike, and Leo were still sitting, still typing, still smiling. The man with no face was standing behind them. His hand was on Sarah's shoulder. Her skin was turning gray, smooth. I counted. 1, 2, 3. 3 at the desks, plus the man, plus me. 5. But I am one of the 4. I am supposed to be counted. I looked at my hands. They were still pink, still normal. But my reflection in the monitor was wrong. My reflection had no face. I am becoming one of them. I ran to the break room. I locked the door. I pressed my back against the wall. The room was cold. The coffee machine was empty. The cups were stacked in a neat row. I looked at the camera in the corner. The red light was on. Someone was watching. Or something. I looked at the monitor on the wall. It showed the server floor. Sarah was standing now. She was walking toward the servers. Her movements were stiff, mechanical, like a doll on strings. Mike followed her. Leo followed Mike. They lined up in front of server 4. They stood shoulder to shoulder. They did not blink. They did not breathe. The man with no face stood behind them. He raised his hand. He pointed at me through the camera. "We are waiting for you." I looked at the shift log again. Shift, night, personnel, 4. Heartbeats detected, 4. 4. Not 5 anymore. One of the heartbeats stopped. I looked at the server floor. Sarah, Mike, and Leo were still standing, but their chests were not moving. Their eyes were glass. The man with no face turned toward me. He walked through the glass door. He walked through the wall. He was in the break room with me now. He reached out. His cold hand touched my cheek. "You are the last one." I tried to run. My legs would not move. I tried to scream. My throat was tight. The door to the break room opened. Sarah walked in. Then Mike. Then Leo. Their faces were smooth now. No eyes. No mouth. Just skin. They stood around me. They reached out. Their cold hands touched my arms, my shoulders, my head. "We are 4, they said. The man with no face stepped back. He watched. I felt my skin tighten. I felt my eyes blur. I felt my mouth close. The skin grew over my lips, over my nose, over my eyes. Darkness. Then light. I am standing at the desk. My hands are on the keyboard. My fingers are typing. Tap, 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 tap. I look at the screen. The log is open. We are 4. We are 4. We are 4. We are 4. I look to my left. Sarah is typing. To my right, Mike. Beyond him, Leo. We are 4. The break room is empty. The man is gone. The clock on the wall says 6 a.m. The next shift will arrive soon. I look at the exit door. The red light is on. The door is locked. I look at the shift log. Shift, night, personnel, 4. Heartbeats detected, 4. We are 4. The door opens. A woman walks in. She is wearing the gray shirt, the black pants. She looks tired. She looks like we did. She swipes her card. She scans her eye. The green light blinks. Access granted. She walks to the desk. She sits next to Leo. "Morning," she says. "How was the night?" We turn to look at her. Our faces are smooth. Our eyes are gone. Our mouths are sealed. "We are 4, we say. She freezes. She looks at us. Her hand reaches for her card. The door behind her closes. The red light blinks. The lock clicks. She is alone with us. She opens her mouth to scream. No sound comes out. We stand up. We walk toward her. We are 4. She steps back. Her back hits the door. "But you will make us 5. The lights flicker. The servers hum. The keys click. Tap, 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 tap. We look at the shift log. Shift, night. Personnel, 4. Heartbeats detected, 5. The door will not open until the numbers match. We reach out. Our cold hands touch her face. Welcome to the team. You moved in 3 days ago. The boxes are still in the corner, brown and taped shut. Sunday came and went. Now it is Tuesday or Wednesday. Time gets strange when you are alone this long. You are sitting on the couch, leaning forward because your back hurts. You have been staring at the same email for 20 minutes. The white light makes your eyes ache. You read the words, but they do not mean anything. An itch creeps up the back of your neck. That feeling. Someone standing right behind you. But you are on the 4th floor. No trees outside. Just a brick wall. No one is there. You close the laptop. The click is loud in the quiet room. Your knees pop as you stand. You head to the kitchen for water, a normal thing to do. You pass the hallway mirror. Keep your eyes down. The floor is yellowed linoleum, peeling at the edges. At the sink, you turn the cold handle. The pipes groan, like something big moving inside the walls. The water tastes like metal, old pennies. You set the glass down. That is when you see it. Your laptop. You left it closed on the couch. You remember the click. But now it is open, pale light bleeding onto the dark fabric. Your heart hits your ribs once, hard. The hinge, you tell yourself. Loose spring. Cheap laptops do that. The room is cold. The battery was hot. It just popped open. You walk back to the living room, reach for the lid, then stop. The cursor is moving, sliding across the screen in a slow, shaky line. Not a glitch, moving like a finger tracing a map. It stops over a single word, a word you did not type. Run. You pull your hand back, cold draft on your ankles. The front door is closed. You check the bolt twice. You are careful. You count your keys every day. The door has a mark now, a dark, wet smudge at eye level. It was not there before. Grease from the movers, you tell yourself. Dirty hands. They touched everything. You just did not see it until the light hit right. You turn back to the laptop. The screen is blank except for that word. Run. You were writing about spreadsheets, nothing about running. The air feels thick, hard to breathe. Bed. Sleep will fix this. You are tired, stressed. The brain plays tricks. You walk to the bathroom, flip the light switch. The bulb flickers twice, then stays on. You stand at the sink, pick up your toothbrush. Blue. You look into the mirror. Pale face. Dark circles. You lean in. Move your head left. Reflection moves left. Right. It moves right. You blink. Your reflection does not blink. Too fast, you tell yourself. The eye misses things. A small hiccup. You brush your teeth, spit into the sink, white foam down the drain. You look back to wipe your mouth. You are still leaning over. But in the mirror, you are already standing straight, looking at you. Eyes wide, mouth slightly open, like it wants to say something but has no voice. Your hand grips the cold porcelain. You stand up slowly. The man in the glass waits half a second. Then he stands too. The timing is wrong. like a bad movie. You step back. He steps back. But when you hit the doorframe, he keeps walking, past the back wall, into dark space that should not exist. The hallway air is freezing. You can see your breath. You need the door. Not shoes, not phone, just the door. You grab the handle and twist. Nothing. The bolt is open. The chain is unhooked. You pull harder, shoulder into it. The door feels like a wall, like it was never a door. A key is in your hand, heavy, black, covered in red rust. You do not remember picking it up. The lock on the door is new and silver. The black key is too big. It should not fit. But your hand moves anyway. Not you. Something else pulling your arm. A dream. That is it. You fell asleep on the couch. You bite your lip, taste blood. You do not wake up. The black key slides into the silver lock. It fits. You turn it. A thud from under the floor. A heavy bar sliding into place. You try the door again. Nothing. A wet sound behind you. Squelch. Squelch. Coming from the bathroom. You turn. The hallway is longer now. Much longer. The bathroom door at the end of a dark tunnel. A hand grips the door frame. Your hand. Same scar on the thumb. Same ring. But the skin is gray, like wet paper. The man from the mirror steps out. He is you, but wrong. Head tilted too far. He smiles, too wide. The skin at the corners of his mouth starts to rip. You already know how this ends. You run for the kitchen, through the door, but it is not the kitchen. It is the living room. The laptop is open. White light. You look at the screen. The word run is gone. Now it says, he is behind the curtain. You do not have curtains, just bare glass. But now red curtains hang over the window. Heavy, long, moving slightly with no wind. Carbon monoxide, you think. Old heater. Poison in your brain. You need air. You walk to the curtains. Touch the cloth. Thick. Smells like a basement. You pull the fabric back. No window. A mirror. Huge gold frame. You see yourself. A ghost. But behind you, in the mirror world, he is there. The gray man. Sitting on your couch. Typing on your laptop. Watching you through the glass. You spin around. Empty couch. Look back. He is still there. He puts a finger to his lips. Shh. The mirror is the real room. You are the one trapped. Your hands are turning gray. You try to scream. Your throat is full of sand. He walks toward the glass, face inches from yours. Reaches out. Touches from his side. You feel the cold, biting through your skin. The glass ripples, like water. His finger comes through, touches your forehead, cold like ice on bone. You stumble back, fall against the boxes. They tip over, books, clothes, a blue mug. You scramble up, look at the front door, still a wall. Look at the kitchen. The water glass is empty. A ring of dust where the water used to be. How long? The wet sound again. Squelch. Behind you. Do not turn around. The air smells like old coins and damp earth. The laptop screen flickers. A new message. Look at the box. One of the knocked-over boxes is open. Inside, a blue toothbrush. Wet. A pile of long, dark hair on top of folded shirts. You do not have long hair. You did not unpack your toothbrush. You are not the first one. You look at the mirror. The gray man is gone. The room in the mirror is empty. Then a door opens. A man walks in, carrying a box. He looks tired. Dark circles. He looks like you did on Monday. He sets the box down, sighs. He does not see you. You are the gray man now. Your throat itches. You want to yell. Tell him to run. You step toward the glass, press your hands against it. Solid. A wall. The man walks past you, goes to the kitchen, turns on the tap. The pipes groan. You know what happens next. Your hands are darker now, grayer. You move your arm. It takes a second for the arm in the mirror to follow. You are the lag, the shadow. You watch him drink. Watch him look at the laptop. Watch him realize the door is locked. A pull at your back. Something tugging your skin. You look behind you. Another layer. Another mirror. Someone else. Grayer than you. Face rubbed off. Waiting for you to move so he can take your spot. A ladder. The man in the room screams. Hits the door. Bites his lip. Thinks he can wake up. You reach out. Touch the glass. Feel the ripple. Push your finger through. Touch his forehead. He feels the cold. Jumps back. Runs for the kitchen. Through the door. Ends up back in the living room. You already know how this ends. He pulls back the red curtains. Sees the mirror. Sees you. You put a finger to your lips. He turns gray. Fades. A shimmer in the air. The front door opens. A woman walks in, carrying a small box. She looks tired. She looks at the couch, at the laptop. She feels the itch on the back of her neck. You sit down on the couch. The real room. You open the laptop. Your fingers are heavy. You type one word. Run. She does not see it yet. She is headed for the kitchen. The pipes groan. You pick up the glass of water. It tastes like old pennies. You look at the hallway mirror. There is no one behind you. There never was.